What's up everyone, this is Cloud Chief, and in today's video I am going over trusts since they've been recently added to Final Fantasy XIV. The trust system that you can actually use for dungeons is only currently available in Shadowbringer content. So it's only the latest expansion where you're going to be able to do this. Hopefully they will implement it for older content and previous expansions, but at this point you can only really use the trust system for dungeons in the Shadowbringer content. So the trusts are not as good as actual players, and they really shouldn't be. It's kind of broken if you have, AI that's actually better than a, actual player. So they will pump out lower damage numbers than you're typically going to get from a player. However, there is very good AI for doing the mechanics and playing the role of the job that's been set for the trust. When you are setting up a party and you're going to use trust, it is required that your party composition be a tank, a healer, and 2 DPS. One of the big bonuses for actually using the trust system as opposed to seeking for a party is that there is no queue time. You will instantly be put in the dungeon, which can be really great for DPS that are flagging, because that way it cuts out your queue time. The other really good thing about this is that when you're going to be doing a dungeon, all the drops go to you. Since you don't have any other player characters, you can get all the drops, which is going to be extremely useful for someone who has multiple high-level jobs to go through the new expansion. That way you're getting all the drops, and that way as soon as you start leveling up another job, you should already have some drops for that job. The other nice thing about it is if you're a little intimidated about jumping with a group and knowing how the dungeon works, and you're someone who wants to kind of learn on your own speed, this is just really good because it allows you to go through the dungeon at your own pace and figure things out on your own and, practice the boss fights. So it allows things to run at your own speed instead of being forced to run at, the tank speed of trying to run through the dungeon, or whoever feels they just need to charge forward and get through the dungeon as fast as possible. Also, it's pretty cool was that person got DC'd who was actually doing the dungeon solo with trusts and assumed that, okay, no one's in the dungeon since I just got kicked out, that, you would lose progress and would have to start the whole dungeon again, but that wasn't the case, because when they came back in, the dungeon was still in progress, so that was really cool. There's nothing that you need to do to unlock this, you just have it immediately unlocked as soon as you get to the first dungeon, and you get that by going through the main story or the main scenario. So just by progressing through the game normally, you'll get to the point where you can start using trust in dungeons. And that about wraps things up for this video. I think it's actually a cool addition that they added to 14. I know when I was playing, I definitely would have enjoyed having this, just to be able to have AI party members. So again, you don't have to wait for the queue. I hope that they do implement it for the lower level dungeons at some point. But, you got to start somewhere, so it's definitely a welcome change, and I hope everyone gets, maximum benefit out of it, because if you're really going for a drop, you could, farm a dungeon that way solo, so you're guaranteed all the drops. Again, you don't have to worry about someone else, you don't have to worry about queue time, you can go at your own pace, so there's just a lot of bonuses to this that I see. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, I hope you got some value out of it, and as always, may you have success in all you do.